Hello, good morning, everyone. This is a discussion on the mistakes in the answer key that was released yesterday of August 2024 net. I'm speaking from the classroom. Some of our students of this batch also have written this exam. So I thought we should discuss these questions a little bit. Generally speaking, the mistakes in the answer key are fewer than before. And the question papers of both the shifts were actually very well balanced. There were questions from all the areas, all the major areas were touched upon. From language and research methodology, there were 3 to 5 questions each, which are the areas that we don't look at very much. You should, because there were 3 to 5 questions. And all the other units had around 10 to 12 questions. So that's a very good balance. Criticism, literary theory, and culture studies together had 10 to 12 questions. About the pattern, there were many chronology-based questions, as you know, and one of which was also wrong. Match the following questions also were a lot. Assertion, reason, and statement type questions were there, I think, but not too many. Comprehension, there was one poem and one passage each. For both the shifts. So you should get a lot of practice reading prose and poetry. And a lot of contemporary literature, as usual, was there. Minor works of major writers. I'm not doing an analysis of the entire question paper right now because I need time to study and prepare for it. I don't want to do a premature, half-baked analysis. And I don't want to just make a show of it. Let me just study well and do a session a little later so that it'll be useful for your December exam. We'll do that. But today is the day for you to contest the answers. So we need to look at the answer key and its mistakes. That is what this session is focusing on. It's not going to be a long session. I know all of you are busy with your daily chores and work. So it'll be a quick analysis. Which text among the following is a sequel to Louisa May Alcott's Little Women? This, I think they gave the answer Little Men, but Good Wives, see, being a sequel to Little Women, it is there in Amazon. And when you check it out, it looks like all these are, in a way, sequels to Little Women. So it is a problematic question. There is ambiguity. You can contest it. This is a clear evidence that Little Men alone is not the answer. Maybe they've wanted to ask which of the following is not considered a sequel or something. But anyway, you can contest it as mistake. Now, this is a very clear wrong question. J.K. Rowling wrote The Goblet of Fire. Philip Pullman wrote Northern Lights. That is the only author we don't know here. C.S. Lewis, I don't know. C.S. Lewis is a very great favorite of NetX question paper setters. Because, you know why? They are not only asking questions based on high literature. They are also asking questions based on what you are expected to know. As children, you must have read these books. As adults, you must have watched these movies, their movies. You should have read about them. That is why they're asking C.S. Lewis and children's books, etc. They're trying to help you by not asking very high literature, asking you things that you're supposed to be familiar with if you are earnest, curious, and sincere students of literature. So C.S. Lewis wrote a very famous book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. J.R.R. Tolkien wrote The Hobbit, as you all know. That's a very famous work. And also there is William Golding, who wrote Lord of the Flies. Everybody should know William Golding's Lord of the Flies came in 1954. And the rest, actually, I did not know. But I know one thing. J.K. Rowling is later. Philip Pullman, whom we are not familiar with, is also later. So they are in the 1990s and 2000s, but the others are all very early, of which J.R.R. Tolkien's Hobbit is the first, 1937, then C.S. Lewis, then William Golding, and then it is. So the answer is not there, actually. The correct answer should be D-C-E-B-A. It is not there in the options. Definitely A cannot be, because J.K. Rowling is not before C.S. Lewis or J.R.R. Tolkien. So Like that, you can get a little idea. But it is better to study these writers, to study these genres, classics of children's literature, classics of science fiction, classics of disability studies, LGBTQ studies and LGBTQ literature, Kashmiri literature, all the margins of high literature, they're asking a lot of questions these days. So please make note of that. On your own, if you look up in Google, I have found that when we simply Google search, whatever new authors are coming, they are there in the question papers many times. So you don't have to think of reading books and studying Google search, because they are dealing with a generation. NTA is thinking that they are dealing with a generation who learns from Google. So there are questions that you can get directly from Google only if you search on your own. As I always say, read a lot. The next slide I have here is a disappointment to many of you, because you thought it's a mistake, but I don't think this is a mistake. Sir Thomas Browne's longest work, Vulgar Errors, is about, look at the options, the mistaken beliefs of the poorly educated. That is the given answer by NTA. Vulgarity prevailing aristocratic class, vulgar beliefs and practices of the time, use of vulgar language in literary works. Many of our students of the previous batch thought this is the answer. Third is the answer. You know why? Because I have said time in the encyclopedia. Time is not wrong, but what is wrong is the practices. It is about the poorly educated people, because this is a very highly intellectual work. It is about people who are educated, people who are intellectual, talking against the superstitions and beliefs of the ordinary people. Vulgar means common, ordinary, unintellectual, uneducated. I think their answer is correct. The mistaken, in the exam, you have to very carefully think. Okay, the mistaken beliefs of the, even if you go wrong, it should not be because you are careless that you should go wrong. Did you understand? Maybe if I wrote the exam also, I would have written C. I'm not saying, why did you write the wrong answer? It was so obvious. It was not. It was tricky. But understand things in the right perspective. You should not take even the encyclopedia, for granted and think every word there is enough. You should have your own thinking. So the mistake, when you are writing this question, you should think like this. The mistaken beliefs of the poorly educated. Definitely, this is not about uneducated people. It is against uneducated people, obviously. Vulgar means common. That could be the answer. One, vulgarity prevailing in the aristocratic class. Absolutely wrong. Vulgar beliefs and practices of the time could be right. Use of vulgar language in literary works. That is also wrong, because vulgar errors, if you have studied, you will know it is not about literature alone. It's about the people. So is it A or C? Mistaken beliefs of the poorly educated. Vulgar beliefs and practices of the time. Educated and time. If you think about it one more minute, you would want to say poorly educated, because this is a very learned work. That is obvious from what I have taught you in Thomas Browne. Copia was there. It was all philosophical, learned. If you get the mood of it, some of you might want to write answer A, and that is the answer, I think. I'm so sorry for that. Then one more question we have here, which is also correct, directly wrong. Which of the following works are categorized under science fiction? Now listen to me, guys. Wendy Maas is somebody we never heard of. Frank Schwartzing, I never heard of. I tell you the truth, I didn't hear of it. Umberto Eco and Travels in Hyperreality I've heard of. Umberto Eco I teach also. Kazuo Ishiguro, Never Let Me Go, I know for sure it is science fiction. It is about clones. Haruki Murakami's The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle. I know Haruki Murakami and other works. I don't know this one. So what you need to do is, for the exam, apart from studying all high literature, contemporary writers in science fiction, contemporary cyberpunk, all those genres that I mentioned already, the genres that you're expected to know, the genres that are very common these days, the genres that are in the margins, all that we should make a list of, and we should seriously spend in one day, you can get all this. And if you just get used to the name and sometimes in the option itself, even if you don't know one or two, you will still get the option. Because you should surely know Haruki Murakami, you should surely know Umberto Eco, all their works, in fact. You should surely know Kazuo Ishiguro. Whatever they have written about India, whatever they have written about some other literature, whatever they have written about future and science fiction, dystopia, such attractive, interesting things which you will not forget, they will ask. They are not asking based on great learning and knowledge. They are asking questions based on your curiosity, based on your interest in literature. This is not a difficult question if you have interest in literature and curiosity. What are these writers? I love C.S. Lewis. You know, people like that. I love C.S. Lewis. I watch all his movies. If there is a video I come across about him, I will surely watch it. I'm really eager to read all his works. I don't know about Wordsworth or Coleridge or all the other high literature, but I love. I'm a great reader. I love Haruki Murakami. I've read 1, 2, 3, 4 works, and I want to read the next work. When I get JRF, I'm going to buy all his books. People like that. You understand? I want to present papers on them. I really want to do research on this writer because I love him. Please, somebody give me a topic. Please, somebody, what should I work on? You tell me, I will work on it. I'll do everything I can. I don't know anything, but I will work on it. That kind of people they don't want. You understand what I mean? Grow into that person who loves literature, reads on his own or her own, researches on his or her, by his or herself, you know, who's interested in movies, who looks at these topics. Oh my God, this is a movie. I never thought there is so much sexism here. In the past, when I watched, I didn't notice it, but now it's so, you know, disturbing because this classic, but it has so much sexism. And look at that character. That character is, you know, behaving so badly to the disabled person. There are so many movies that show disabled characters and their struggles, and like that genuine interest in society, all these topics that we study about in literary theory, like that, they want you to be. That is how the question paper is set. So I don't know any question that is wrong from shift 2. I tell you the truth. I was teaching like 10 hours yesterday, the day before also, because so many people are eager to study and pass the coming exam. I did not personally look at every question in the answer key. I did not get time. My team and my students told me that these are the problematic questions. And everybody told me Thomas Browne is wrong, but I think it is not wrong. Sorry. And maybe, I don't know if there are other questions wrong. If you know, tell us. We will help you in whatever way we can. Let us know. Okay. So I wish many of you pass with JRF itself, study well. And everybody is asking me about cutoff. I don't want to do any gimmicks and talk about a cutoff because I think that nobody can know or predict, because the cutoff is based on how many people have exceeded a certain level. If more number of people have written well, the cutoff will be high. If lots of people have gone wrong, if the exam is tough for everyone, then the cutoff will be low. So we never know. The last time cutoff is the criteria. For general category, it was 97 questions. So based on that, only we can predict. But prediction is no good. I don't think I should mislead you by doing that. I'm so sorry for that. And I hope that you strive more and more and more to get each and every question right. Because even if a single question goes wrong, you're that much behind in percentile. That means thousands of people have got ahead of you. If you get one question wrong, that's why we should study everything, if possible, without getting stressed. All these questions that I showed you have very strange names and weird knowledge and all that. You don't have to worry because majority of questions were easy that you can get if you study all these other things. Plus, like garnishing on top of the course, we should study the basic classics and things, which we will do with you. If you are not stressed, if you are relaxed, if you are able to get the foundation right, then we can build on it. Okay, so don't worry anybody. Just do what you're doing. You're on the right track. To get JRF, you don't have to do anything special. You just have to keep on studying more and get a few more questions right. Okay, this is not easy. The stress is normal. because we are competing with not thousands, not hundreds, but 10,000s of people. This is a big national exam. It is like you're running a race with all people in India and you want to come first. It is as difficult as that. But it is possible because we have so much material. We have already a lot of knowledge and you are doing a lot of amazing hard work. I'm so proud of you all. I'm there to help you. We will do our best. Relax. Let us hope everything will turn out well this time for all of you and also next time.